disappointment is inevitable. I mean, maybe that's a negative belief, but you'd probably agree with me that most human beings experience disappointment at some point, especially if they're taking risky steps toward their dreams, right? And I know this well. As a writer, I boldly send my query letters to agents and publishers, and concerning the book project that I intend to have them help me publish, right? And when I get rejection letters in return, I feel disappointed for sure. And as I read their emails, my dream of having my words make a positive and meaningful difference in the world, seem to be dashed, right? Because they don't believe in the project enough or me enough to actually take me on as a client or as an author. And it'd be super easy to allow disappointment to stop me from taking new action or from expecting a different result if I do dare to take, to try again. But if I let it stop me in my tracks, if disappointment stops me, then that means giving up on myself and on my dream. Excuse me. Now, I've been thinking about this because this past week I had some disappointment, and I felt badly for a day or so, and then I started thinking, okay, so what can I do to get out of this place of disappointment, which lowers my energy and slows me down and makes me not want to put myself out there anymore. So I really began to think about it. And, people always say that if you don't have expectations, you don't have disappointment. And, I guess that's true. And someone close to me once said that he would never expect any kind of desired results again because he'd been disappointed too many times. And so he decided he'd simply expect disappointment. But that's really a broken strategy that only yields more disappointment because our thoughts are creative, right? And if you think you're going to experience disappointment, then you're going to experience disappointment. And if you expect to be disappointed, you will. So it's better to develop an overcome disappointment strategy that works, because anyone who's putting themselves out there for their dreams, for their goals, is going to have some disappointment because things don't always work out the way we think they should, the way we expect them to work out, even though the likelihood is it's still happening, for our highest good, but we have expectations. So we feel disappointment. So let's come up with an overcome disappointment strategy. And so I came up with 10 strategies, actually, or steps that motivate new action after you're disappointed. Okay, so I'd love for you to try these 10 strategies to help you continue moving towards your dreams, and tell me what you think. So the first one is to acknowledge your disappointment. It's never good to ignore our emotions. We always talk about stuffing your emotions and then they pop up, in unexpected ways. So instead, acknowledge how you feel, that you feel disappointed, and then allow yourself to feel the disappointment, any emotions that go with that, like frustration, anger, sadness, despair. Just feel all of it. But I'm a big believer in creating a boundary around how long you let yourself wallow in your emotions, or at least so that you don't wallow in your emotions. So give yourself an hour, a day, something like that, to totally feel your emotions. Then it's time to kind of wipe away the tears, raise your energy level, and get moving again. Okay? So don't allow yourself to stay there super long. Okay? All right, so number 2 is to pat yourself on the back for trying, because so many people don't even bother to try, and so they don't get disappointed because they never try. So celebrate the fact that you put yourself out there and you tried to create your dream or achieve your goal. A lot of people don't try, but you did. So pat yourself on the back for that. That's, it's worth a pat or two. And then go do something nice for yourself to celebrate. Go out to dinner, or buy a new book that you've been wanting to read, or soak in a bathtub, or just celebrate the fact that you took action, even if the result wasn't the result you wanted. Okay, number 3 is to determine what you can do next. what you can do next. So you took a step and that didn't work out as you expected it would, right? So what's your next step? Take that. And maybe the next step requires repeating the same one you took previously and seeing if you get different results, which is okay. Or maybe you need a new approach altogether. And if so, if you need a new approach, then you have to discern what step is aligned with your new plan. Okay, number 4 is to do the next thing. So take that step now. Don't wait. Do it fast. Move. Okay? The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to get yourself moving. So take some action. Put your intention into the world courageously and with a super huge amount of positive energy. Okay, number 5, affirm that your results can and will be different. So it's so easy to get stuck in our stories, and that's why negative stories about things from the past happening again in the future. And it's important to affirm that you can and will get new results, different results when you take new or different action. Otherwise, you really are going to get stuck in your negative thoughts and beliefs, and that's not going to help you. You're just going to keep repeating what happened in the past in your mind, and that leads to this really powerful negative story about who you are and what you deserve or are worthy of creating, and the outcomes you're going to get in the future. And then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So choose the story you tell yourself. Craft one about being a powerful creator and being tenacious and courageous and successful. All right, number 6, know that everything is happening for you, not to you. Now, you've heard that before. I'm not the first one to say it. No matter your results, if you know that everything is happening for you, not to you, you can rise up from disappointment. Why? Because if you believe that everything's happening for your highest good, that belief is going to eliminate feeling disappointed. Because if that's true, that everything's happening for you, then something better must be coming your way. Like the thing that didn't happen, the result you didn't get, is just because that wasn't for you. And there's something else that's for you that's better. All right, number 7 is to course correct as necessary. So disappointment really provides an opportunity to consider how you need to alter your plan to achieve your dreams or your goals. It's a chance to course correct if necessary. If your current course isn't getting you where you want to go, you have to trim tab, as they say in the airline industry or airplane industry, whatever, and choose a new path. Like just alter a little bit, make a few tweaks, and then move forward. I was thinking about this with some of the disappointments I had this week, that maybe they were just showing me what I needed to change in order to get the result I wanted. Okay, number 8 is to learn from your experience. You've heard this before too. You can learn a lesson from any experience you have. In fact, I believe that's why we're here, to learn, to grow, to evolve, and every experience helps us do that. So when you experience disappointment, ask, what do I need to learn from this? Take responsibility for yourself and for your actions and for your outcomes, and learn from all of it. Learn from all of it, and then apply what you learn. Try again from this new place of understanding and knowledge. Number 9 is to ask for advice or help. So often when things aren't going the way we want them to go, or we haven't gotten the results we wanted, it can be difficult for us to figure out our part in the outcome. And that's when asking for advice or help comes in super handy, or is very useful. A good friend or a coach or a mentor can help you see the blind spots. So outside observers can offer you insights on how to try again differently. They can point out what's working, which is important, and what isn't working, which is also important. And then they're helping you gain more perspective in that way. And they help you acknowledge your success as well, which you might not be doing, because if you're feeling disappointed, you're not going to say, oh, but here was the success I had. You're focused on the so-called failure, right? But them being able to show you where you are succeeding, where things are working, is going to help you move forward with confidence. And number 10 is don't give up. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. It's super windy here and it's allergy season. We're having this windstorm. I don't know if you can see the trees in the back waving around, but the mountain is covered in clouds. Anyway, number 10, don't give up. Whatever you do, don't let your disappointment cause you to give up on your dream or your goal. You have to be tenacious and be determined and committed. You're a powerful creator. And if you put all your energy and focus into creating what you desire, you're eventually going to achieve the results that you want, right? And not only that, you're going to be, your refusal to give up tells the universe or source or all that is that you're serious about creating what you want, right? You're serious about it, bringing this dream into reality. And that's when all the forces conspire on your behalf to make that dream a reality or to help you achieve that goal. So don't let disappointment put a damper on your dream, because it can do that. Disappointment can easily put a damper on your dream, and it can make you feel unworthy and not good enough and like a failure, and it can rip away your self-confidence and your courage unless you don't let that happen. And these 10 tips will help you not let that happen. And I would also say that instead of expecting a specific result, back to the thing about expectations lead to disappointment, instead intend to achieve the result you want. Tend to, get that, in my case, get that, literary agent to say yes, or the publisher to say yes. Let your intention energetically propel you toward the outcome that you want, like an arrow being, shot at the bullseye. Okay. And know that each time you pick yourself up and keep moving forward despite disappointment, you demonstrate your commitment. And commitment always results in desired outcomes. Always. Whatever you're committed to, you're going to have in your life. So be committed. So I would love to hear from you, whether you let disappointment stop you in your tracks, or whether you have found your own ways to move through your disappointment. These 10 strategies have helped me this past week. I took some massive action after being disappointed and really put myself out there again. So you want to just keep putting yourself out there, okay? Because your goals and your dreams are important. Anyway, let me know down below in a comment what you think, or ask me any questions. I'll come back and answer them. And if this is your first video with me, I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am a certified high performance coach and an intuitive transformational coach. I'm the founder of the Inspired Creator Community and the author of quite a number of self-published and traditionally published books. And as a coach, I love helping people step into being the type of person who can do the things necessary, take the actions necessary to create what they desire. You are a powerful creator. And when you can create from a place of inspiration, of being in spirit or connected to your spiritual guidance, then you know the next inspired steps to take. And that is when you will have inspired results, which are your creations that are aligned with who you really are authentically. So if you feel like you're struggling to be the kind of person who can take the actions necessary to, for instance, get over disappointment and achieve the results that you really desire, then reach out to me. Reach out. The link up above is for ninaamir.com, my website. There you can sign up for intuitive transformational coaching. You can also sign up for high performance coaching. I have other programs right now. The Inspired Creator Community is closed for 6 months. So you can get on the mailing list for that, or not the mailing list, the waiting list for that. If any of that interests you and you have questions, just reach out. Let's have a 15-minute quick meet and greet strategy session about how I might be able to serve you or what resources I have for you. So the link for the 15-minute session is up above. I hope you'll grab it. and get on a call with me to see what, how I might be able to serve you. Or just go to ninaamir.com and sign up for some coaching or for an intuitive reading or anything like that. Anyway, that is it for today. Until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results. Thanks so much.